That's how Leo Santa Cruz fights.
Mm-hmm.
That's not getting hit. Come on.
Right.
As a boxer,
All
you
right.
know.
All right.
As a boxer, you know there's a difference. There's a huge difference.
Okay.
Okay, if you at 130 could set up a fucking tournament, who are you gonna put? I see there only that one you could put 6 people.
Okay, you can go Valdez, Stevenson.
No, you're not. Don't put that. Who you're fighting? Just put the 6 people.
No,
Now,
I'm just putting.
Okay.
I'm just writing.
Okay,
Well,
we got
it's 'cause some
Oscar,
of those guys are already
Stevenson,
fighting.
Perchek.
They're already fighting, bro. You gotta.
That's 3. Tank.
Russell. And just because I want to see somebody get the shit beat out of him, Frampton.
Okay, but see.
Tank's already fighting in the 35.
Okay.
And 30.
Okay.
it, let's go.
Okay.
I want
got belts in two.
I want
got belts in
Shakur,
both.
bro. I want Shakur to fight those dudes because I know he's small, but I know he could hold his own.
I just would be fun to watch.
And he has the best skill set out of all. To me, he's the best one out of all of them.
Okay, now if you want to put Frampton and Tank, now I think personally you have to make
That's a buy.
now you have to make it an 8-man.
You put Frampton and Tank in the same ring. That's a buy.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
fight's ending quick.
You have to make that an 8-man because to me personally, when you do a tournament, if we're taking out all the sense of of networks out, and you could, you mandatory have to have the 4 champions.
For
going
$100
there.
million.
So that means Shakur, Oscar.
I'm sorry. What was that tournament that Andre Ward won?
No, but I said you missed the part. I just literally said right before that. If you take out all promoters and the whole bush that goes on, I
Who's
know
the
what you want to
WBA
talk,
shit?
which I know you want to talk about in a little bit, but where you could literally, if we could set it up our way, you mandatory you have to have the 4 champions.
Did you not see the Super 6 though? No, you didn't.
Bro,
Because
it
not
was
all the
just a
4 champions were
tournament
there.
I know, but so we're saying if we could set it up,
Okay.
that's fine. You have to at least have the 4 champions. The way we make the
There was
135, it had
just
all
a
4
tournament
champions.
2 years ago. There was
But-
a 140 tournament and there was a.
I know, but if we could set it up our
Yeah,
way,
it's a cruiser.
you have to have.
there's some fuckery going on with that too, though.
But
No,
if we're
but
gonna have it our way,
it's 'cause Jose Ramirez,
it's only
you know,
right you put all 4 champions in. As whatever you feel about the guy that
No,
that's with
absolutely.
that as
You don't have to argue with me to tell me that the fucking champions need to fight. Like I'm with you. Like that.
So you have to put
That's not,
JoJo.
you don't have to sell me on that.
You have to put Diaz in there because he's technically a champion.
JoJo.
He's a champion.
I
So
forgot about him.
so no matter what Diaz.
Okay, so you can replace Frampton and put in Diaz. So then somebody's still gonna get the
Okay,
ass
then
beat.
so you don't want Gary Russell in there?
You can replace Frampton with Diaz. That still leaves. I mentioned Russell in my 6.
Oh, okay. Because I know you said Shakur Stevenson,
Yeah.
Oscar Valdez, Perchek,
Burchell,
Tank,
Russell,
Russell.
and then Diaz.
What about the Harrison dude? Is his name Harrison? The one that Crawford? He's a champion.
Is he a champion?
Yes, he's one. That's why I said you have.
Regular or so?
That's the
are
thing,
these
okay.
Actual champions? Or are we talking about? Are we talking about 4 major
Okay.
belts? Or are we talking about the fucking WBC?
Okay, wow.
Fucking uranium belt. Like that shit
While
don't matter.
while I say my 6, check it if you want to. Because I know you're real quick at that. Me personally, this is not a way of setting who I want to fight. I'll have him, the Tanks, the guy that trains with Crawford, Diaz, Oscar Valdez, Perchek, Shakur Stevenson, and Gary Russell. I would have those 6 right there do a tournament, whatever way you want to set up that tournament. I don't personally
Because
care.
Tank has one of the 4 belts for sure.
But
I know
or
that
is his
for
belt
him.
one of the? Is it
No,
the actual?
he has the WBA super belt.
Okay, so it's the actual WBA is not one of the second belts.
No, he has the WBA belt. That's the one he got from Santa Cruz.
Okay, who's the? Then Oscar's not a champion, or is there Perchek who's the champion? Because they're gonna fight, but it's only one of them the champion. I don't know, because I know Diaz has a belt. The guy who trains with Crawford has a belt.
Jamal Herring.
He has a belt, but is it actually one of the belts? I don't know. That's what we.
There's too many, bro. Honestly, it's like everybody. We say it's also there's too many champs.
Shakur Stevenson doesn't have a belt, and we were throwing him in the tournament. Gary Russell.
I mean, but he's already
Okay.
mandated. When you're a champion,
I know you found it already.
When
Let's see.
you're champion coming up, you're already mandated.
So
Let's see,
100,
let's see.
130 pounds. So the champions are Miguel Burchell, Jojo Diaz, Jermel Herring, and Gervonta Davis.
Okay, so mandatory. In my opinion, those 4 have to be in
take
the
out the
tournament.
WBO. We don't care about the WBO.
Okay, but if you want it to be fully raw
Take
for
Joe- take
it's
Joe
us,
Diaz.
those 4. Okay, who are the 2 people you're gonna put into the night of that? I already know your
Wait,
name.
so who was it? It was Tank.
Tank,
Burchell.
Miguel Burchell, Diaz,
Diaz.
and Herring.
Oh,
Herring.
damn, Tank dogs out all of them.
So I'm guessing Shakur Stevenson and Gary Russell, the 2 are gonna be in it.
Yeah, if I had to, if,
You're
if
pulling
we're
out
doing the
Russell-
4, if you're saying 4 champions have to be in it, which I'm cool with that. 4 champions have to be in it. You just got to pick 2. I'll take Shakur and Gary Russell.
Hey, who you think wins that fight? That'd be good. That'd be.
But they
technical
wouldn't.
as
They'd be
fuck.
fighting one of the champions.
No, who you think wins if they fight each other? Because
think
I
it'd be a
heard
good fight to
Gary
watch.
calling them out. He said, "I'll fight him too."
I feel like that'd be a good fight to watch. I honestly, I don't know. My only concern with Shakur
He's
with
too
Russell is that he don't have his grown man strength
Experience,
yet.
yeah.
So you lean towards more Russell on that one?
When do you get your goal, man? I mean,
You think that's a
Different for
60-40
different
Russell?
people. I've not seen him just like,
Strong.
and it's not just the strength, like you said, the experience too. He definitely doesn't have the experience in the ring.
If he would move up to 35 and fight Haney, Russell,
Who?
Russell versus Haney, how do you see that fight going?
I think
I've heard you say so much about it. I never
I-
actually see
I-
what you think about it.
Haney wins in split.
I think Haney out.
Do you got them split? And so you think Tank beats
He
him?
moves so fucking much, and he's tall. Like he's almost as fast. I think Russell's faster. He's almost as fast, but he's a shit ton taller.
And he's like, bro, like he's like this.
That's what I say. Almost as fast and a
Like
shit ton
that,
taller, and
bro.
it makes that's gonna make that shit hard.
He just needs a little mustard on the end of his shit, bro.
He just doesn't sit down on any of his punches.
But you feel
Yeah.
Gary Russell beats?
I've seen him sit down on punches and have motherfuckers like,
In sparring and
which
shit.
one of y'all hit me?
Besides Tank and Shakur Stevenson, you think Russell beats all the other 30 pounders?
But Joe be a hard fight.
He definitely beats Diaz. I ain't
Oh,
joking.
well, yeah, he'll beat him again.
You already beat him.
Yeah, I'm saying like,
And he'll beat him again.
yeah.
Who you think? Oh, you know what'd be a good fight? Gary Russell versus is Tevin Farmer. We keep
No,
forgetting about Tevin.
oh god, no.
That'd be a cool.
I
fight.
wouldn't put him in the 6-man tournament though.
Nigga, put that man on a leash. He getting
I'll put Frampton in before I put him in.
You don't like Tevin Farmer?
trash. Well, not trash. That's a black Paulie Malignaggi.
Because he has no
Can't
power.
punch for shit.
I remember when they were talking about him for
He
the champ.
can't punch for shit.
Remember when
At least like
I know that was-
I'm like, y'all don't like this man's life. y'all don't want, y'all want this-
that was the build
y'all
up for
want
a
this
while.
man
Him versus
dead.
Tank.
Hey, remember when they were gonna fight at the
You want that
MGM
man.
in Maryland?
You want that man dead.
He was like, "Get off!" That shit was crazy.
You want that man fucking dead.
Damn, I miss open fights.
I haven't seen him in a while.
Who?
Tevin?
Farmer.
Yeah, ever since he got his ass whooped by
Lost,
JoJo
bro.
fucking Diaz.
Bro, he was like weight drained or something. Like,
Isn't
he
doing?
was-
Isn't
he's
there,
not-
aren't they arguing because there's some rematch clause or something in this supposedly? Allegedly.
Yeah, but
It doesn't matter because I didn't want to see that shit the first time.
I thought he should have fought Tank. Just give him something.
I mean,
exciting.
if
Give
you're
him something
chasing the
exciting.
bag, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they both keep talking shit and talking about it. So
I wouldn't want to see the fight. I would definitely want to see the press conferences. That's the shit. Like I want to see the whole lead up, and then I already know what's gonna happen.
we'll
in the
give
fight. I
Tevin
want to see
Farmer
the
the
fight.
fucking Shakur then. That's a
That's
good
fine.
name on his belt.
and some experience to deal with a fucking squirrely motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
I know there's a subject that you want to talk about. I actually want to hear his opinion on
On what?
the promoter one.
Oh, get him the fuck out of here.
We
We got
can move on to the
Instagram,
next
dog.
subject. We can move on to the next subject.
Well,
Here we go. Give him the
dog,
fuck out of here.
If we look at it, most of the subjects
We're good
somewhere.
here. Like, that was shortest subject ever. We all here. Give him the fuck
Bro,
out.
I mean, essentially, like, name good promoters, bro. Like the PBC guys is like, bro, who's promoting them? No,
Well,
They're
themselves.
not
essentially.
promoters. They're managers.
No, that's what I'm saying. But like,
Well,
you notice
there's-
there's only GTB and there's the other one, and those guys don't really.
There's Eddie Hearn's a promoter.
I'm talking about the PBC one, bro. PBC always uses Mayweather
But you-
Promotions or GTB.
Okay, but you
We're
say
talking about PBC right
but
now.
you-
But I'm
you-
trying to imply to you that the PBC fighters like they don't have a promoter. They know how to market themselves good.
Where he's going with this is the best set of stable of fighters, and the people
The
making
one
the
that
most money
everybody knows,
are the
bro.
motherfuckers that don't have,
Have a
promoters. So
promoter.
that should tell you something.
Yeah, like that's legit.
I do not disagree with both
And
of you.
also, if you notice, within like what? How long has PBC been going for? Since like 2015, and even they were working when they were with Golden Boy and Floyd. Bro, no one within. I think I've heard about Al Heyman since like what 2010. Within the last 10, 11 years, no one's ever complained in that stable about getting underpaid.
One
of that.
person did it, and then he apologized
Who?
like 2 months later.
Who?
Vanis Monterosian
Oh, that's
talked a whole bunch of shit about Al Heyman, and then like 2 months later, was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Yeah, because them checks hit different. So that was like the before. You know how you see motherfuckers talking shit before a fight, and then after they get their ass whooped, how they talk different. It was the same situation. He was talking all that shit, then he got his check. It was like, hey, is my spot still open over there? I'm sorry. He was outside with the flowers and shit outside the window, like, hey, come back in.
I'm just gonna say I'm with you guys in this aspect of promoters.
I mean,
but
besides
I'm
Eddie, I think Eddie's
I
a
am
good
answering you there. You
Yeah, I know,
said there's
bro.
no such
I
thing
know
as a
he
good
doesn't
promoter.
like-
Eddie's a good promoter. He doesn't like European dudes, so
No,
I understand what he's
no,
gonna
no,
say.
no.
Shit promoter.
Eddie's a good
He's a good
promoter Eddie's a good promoter, bro. I mean, he
Nobody
doesn't-
has ever shit on him about the aspect money.
Yeah, and if you know,
Oh no, there
Who?
are some people.
Who?
There are some people.
man, fuck the UK people. We're talking about the Americans. I'm from
Well,
America.
well, he's never gotten any top level Americans.
You got Devin.
That's it.
It's a partnership.
And Devin wasn't considered a top. Devin was still considered a prospect when he got him.
Yeah, it's a partnership though. It's not really. It's
And who's his manager? Who's Devin's manager still?
I think it's his
Heyman.
dad.
No, it's Al
Al?
Heyman. It's Al Heyman and Bill Haney are both.
But I thought it's but I know
not his promoter.
I know
his
Danny
manager.
Jacobs is like that. Danny Jacobs is where he's with, but he's still.
My point being, they don't have any top tier American fighters. That was my whole point. Like, without getting too deep into that shit, and the Eddie Hearn shit is personal, so I'm not gonna get into that. But they don't have any top tier American
I
fighters.
think he's the best promoter right now. Well,
Yes.
Well, there's only 3 promoters.
He is the
and
best
2 of them are
promoter.
fucking really
he
retarded.
is the best promoter between a spatula fucking cokehead and a 90-year-old fucking Jewish man who's cheap as shit. Those are the other 2 options.
Oscar's cool, but Oscar can't promote black.
Oscar needs to leave the book.
Like what's his name said, bro? Like Spence said, Oscar can't promote black fighters. Like that's what. Because remember,
he ain't doing too well with Mexican fighters either. Because Canelo said, "Fuck you, have a nice day."
Do you remember though? Remember when he was about to have his first?
It was after.
It was after when he was about to fight. When he fought Mike Garcia, he was like, he was like, oh yeah, I could promote him way better. I would make him way more money. He's like, you can't promote black fighters because when I was there, and if you notice,
When Wilder was there.
bro, he has Rashid Ellis, bro,
When?
and Rashid Ellis hasn't got no title shot. This dude is 26-0, and he's been an IBF mandatory for like the last 3-4 years, and he hasn't did shit on Golden Boy since. And this dude is nice.
But I mean, who has done shit on Golden Boy outside of Canelo Alvarez?
And Ryan.
Who was?
Aaron Virgil,
But what is that? What has Ryan done money wise?
huh?
What has Ryan done money wise?
His-
Because and here's the thing: the Canelo shit was off of the back of the whole Floyd promotion. If you want to keep it all the way real,
And if you think about it, when Ryan fights, what's his name? That's gonna be on the back of all the Floyd shit too. Because the Floyd Tank Devin versus Oscar.
it's the Floyd
Ryan.
De La Hoya 2.0. That's what it is. That's what they're trying to build.
Well,
it as.
who's the 2.0? Devin or is it Tank? Because
Well,
at first they're doing
since Tank actually has
the money and
the money has more money and the real tie to
and the stardom.
has the real tie to Floyd. He's got the closest tie to Floyd. He's actually being
Floyd's fighter.
promoted by. He's actually Floyd's
I
fighter.
don't know, bro, because Devin's like, bro, Devin's not his fighter, but Devin's Floyd's fighter.
He grew up. Yeah, he grew up around Floyd. Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
like me saying like.
But I'm saying, I'm saying.
Well, also Floyd
Tank-
is
I think
literally
Tank's
in the
closer.
back with a lot of times with Tank. He's never there with Haney,
He's a lot of,
and
oh,
he's
there
always
with-
ringside with him.
Oh, he's not Devin. He's not ringside with Devin, but he's always like with
But I'm
training.
saying-
He trains.
Well, he
Devin.
trains a lot of people. There's a lot of other fighters he's right there
I'm saying
with.
he's closer to Tank.
Oh,
than he is
I
to
get
Devin.
what you mean.
That's my point.
Yeah.
So it's Tank Ryan is De La Hoya Mayweather 2.0.
I think
what it
that's the fucked up part about that is that's gonna if
And it's gonna get Ryan's career shortened.
no, but Ryan said he wants to fight. He wants to retire at 26 though.
Oh, and then
Is that actually gonna happen?
That's why he's
great
trying
idea.
to make all the
Oh,
But bro, it's smart. No, but think about it. It's
smart.
smart, bro. It's
Oh
smart.
yeah, no, it's very smart. But come on,
'Cause-
how many
'cause-
times do people say that? And they never do
No,
it?
bro. Imagine, think about it. You get all your good big fights in while think about it. If everyone fights while they're young instead of waiting until like we're 28, 29, and we make big money at 28, 29, 34. It's gonna be you're gonna get.
But a lot of that
fights.
shit has to do with the promoters too, which again get them the fuck out of here.
Yeah, because they like. There's no reason Shakur Stevenson shouldn't be fucking on pay per view.
I feel like we really should revisit this whole promoter thing off of our first podcast when we went into the whole if you were just to restructure boxing thing.
When
I
Bob
think
dies?
this could go all into that. Like we should redo that subject.
When Bob
again.
dies?
Huh?
Bob Tice.
Hey, I know. You ain't 90 years old. Old age is gonna catch his ass sooner than later. I ain't worried about it.
We already fucking talked to all the subjects here, and there's only one other one. And I already know what you're gonna do. You're gonna shit on it, so we can move on from that one. Even dare try to talk about it. Do you think Adrian Broner's gonna have a good year this year?
What is your thought? What is your thought on the promoters? You never gave.
I agree with both of you. If we could have it the Al Heyman way, that's the way I would like it. I'm not mad that there's a promoter. I don't like the way the aspect Oscar and Bob do it. Personally,
But
I
that's
do.
a promoter. That's
I
that's
know.
boxing.
Well, okay, that's why I like how Eddie Hearns does it. He never shits on.
Do fight a lot too.
He does not shit on. My opinion on a promoter is their job is the aspect is to promote their guys, is to put their guys out there.
But
They're-
you also
they're supposed
not
to-
you also have to not be a complete dick in the media to other promoters because then that's gonna making fights hard for your fighters.
That's why fucking Devin and TFE won't really happen because Bob hates him, huh?
I personally
Like,
think
that's-
Eddie's
And
good.
they're both dicks to each other, so I'm not saying like one is just.
Bro, they
a fucking
say
angel
slick
either.
shit every
I
fucking
know,
interview,
and
bro.
again, that's what I'm
every
saying.
live,
Like,
every little thing they